There are a ton of y'all out there looking to make the move here to Round Rock.
And for good reason.
But there's also maybe some not so good reasons, some reasons maybe you shouldn't.
Now today we're talking about the pros and cons to Round Rock, Texas.
That's right, y'all. So make sure you get down there, split that like button with some friends like it's a Round Rock donut, and let's jump right into this. Have you had the Round Rock donuts?
Sure have.
Have you had
several
the big
times?
have you had the big one?
Yeah.
Okay, it's too much, y'all. I don't know if that falls into a pro or a con of Round Rock.
That's a pro.
It's got to be a pro. But our first official pro here, coming into our pros and cons of Round Rock, the reasons why we think maybe you should make the move here to Round Rock is going to be that Round Rock may be kind of a suburb of Austin, but I think it really started out as its own city. It's its own city with its own feel, and it's a bigger city. I think I don't know what the exact population is, 140,000 or something like that.
That's about close. So it is one of the most populated cities outside of the Austin city limits, so for sure. So you know, it's definitely already, like you said, its own city. You have that city vibe here. It's so fast-paced here in Round Rock compared to some of these other suburbs surrounding it. But I agree.
And so with that, you got tons of things to do there. You know, you got all your entertainment, your shopping, like you've got the outlets, the Round Rock outlets. You've got IKEA. They don't have IKEAs everywhere. You do have one right here in Round Rock. You've got a pretty cool little downtown area.
That's right.
Right there close to Round Rock Donuts. The water tower. You can see the water tower when if you're coming in from out of town. They got that thing lit up.
That's iconic, especially during the holidays. You can see that it's decorated really nice during the holidays for sure.
So that's like your beacon to tell you where to go. Come on downtown to Round Rock. But you got
they've done a lot of renovations in Round Rock, specifically in that Round Rock area. So I think it's definitely one of those things to point out.
Yeah. So even if you don't make the move to Round Rock, if you're just somewhere around the area, I think it's a cool spot just to come for a night out or come into town. So that's a cool thing. And then other than that too, you've got the biggest indoor water park in the country. You got Kalahari.
Yeah, like you said, largest indoor water park in the whole country. And not just water park, but you have a lot of other activities in that same resort area.
Yep, and if you want just a more classic water park, you got that too. You got the Rock and River Water Park right here in Round Rock as well. If you're a sports fan, you got the Dell Diamond, the Round Rock Express. If you like baseball, you can do that here. If you like to get outside, maybe enjoy some parks, you got those.
Do you know? Yes, sorry.
You got some sports?
I was going to hit you with some with a little trivia question. Do you know who they are affiliated with? The minor league?
Is it the Texas Rangers?
That's right.
There you go. Okay.
Texas Rangers.
I was like, yes, I think that's it. Maybe I'm letting the secret out. I'm not a huge baseball fan. Maybe let me know in the comments if you're a baseball fan. You a big baseball fan?
I'm not, but I have gone to several of the games just because they're here and I'm local.
It's fun, you know. But do I really follow baseball? You could have told me it was another team, and I would believe you. But what I was getting to next, before I got a little bit ahead of myself. You've also got some great parks here.
That's true. One of my favorites, Old Settlers. I mean, you can't mention Round Rock without mentioning Old Settlers Park. And then, do you remember the hidden gem I was telling you about?
Yeah, you do have, and that one's pretty. That one's unique. And you see that? I'll show you a video clip of it here. It's kind of like its own little downtown, like mini downtown for kids.
That's awesome.
So that one's pretty cool there. That's the Play for All Park. So that's a pretty unique deal that we have here in Round Rock. And the list goes on and on. I mean, I think we could keep naming off stuff to do, but being that bigger city, you do have all of these things right here. So you don't really have to go outside of Round Rock too much to have a good time. You can do it all right here in Round Rock. Hey y'all, we're making these videos like this all the time, giving you information, also taking you out and showing you around the entire Austin metro area. And you want to keep seeing those, you got to get down there, hit that subscribe button and click the bell. That way you'll get notified when those videos come out. You definitely do not want to miss them. But I will say, with being a bigger city and having all of that right here, that comes with one of the big city problems, which is traffic.
Traffic, indeed. Yeah, traffic, especially down I-35. I'm sure you'll touch on this here soon, but it's just your main way to get to downtown Austin. You also have Mopac, but even both of those roads can get pretty cramped up during rush hour. So yeah, traffic, I agree. It's one of those cons that, I mean, it's just bad. But
yeah, I mean, I think any major city you go to, and maybe it's not so bad. I mean, I know it's not so bad as some other major cities, but you know, if you are making that commute, you know, downtown or anywhere else, you know, where pretty much all of Austin is going to be south, so you're going to do that on, you know, either one of those big highways. It can be tough. However, if you are going to be working in, you know, North Austin, you know, Apple is up in North Austin. You've also got some other things. Dell is up this way. A lot of the tech jobs, you know, all of the tech jobs here in North Austin. Or if you are going to be over at the Domain, or you want to go check out these areas, you want to go hang out at the Domain, they're really not that far away. So the location is also going to be the pro that kind of helps a little bit with the traffic, I guess. Definitely.
So Round Rock, I mean, we're North Austin. There's a lot of things to do in North Austin, as you know already. You mentioned the Domain. You mentioned the proximity to downtown. It's just Pflugerville. Just, I mean, proximity to everything with Round Rock. Now, of course, did you mentioned the time that it would take you to get to downtown already, or going into your next con?
Well, that's going to be the next con. Is if we're going to talk about the location as a pro, as far as what it's close to, we also have to mention, like, you know, if you are that person who wants that downtown life, you know, you want that Austin lifestyle, you want to be paddleboarding out on Lake Austin down there. You like to do that, run around the lake, or just be in that kind of that dense urban environment. That's what you like. That's what you're looking for. It's going to take you a little bit to get down there if you're living up here in Round Rock, and then it's really just probably not the lifestyle that you're looking for either. You know, you're not really kind of in the mix like that. So that's definitely something to think of too. That even though Round Rock is a bigger city than all the other suburbs, it's still not the city like downtown Austin is.
True. Yeah, definitely. It's within driving distance, depending on time of day. You could be looking at 30 to 45 minutes, depending on traffic. But yeah, I mean, it's still a big city, fast paced, but it's not Austin. So if that's what you're looking for, I mean, just, you know, there's a difference, there's levels. If Round Rock's even on your radar, you have to hit me up. Call, text, email, whatever it takes to get a hold of me so we can get you moved out here to Round Rock or anywhere in the ATX.
I keep flipping back and forth here, so kind of going to the next pro leading off of that. Yes, it's not Austin. It's also not Austin in when it costs either. You can save a good bit of money in Round Rock.
That's so true. I mean, we're looking at a price range around what? I think we had
the median in December at $457 for Round Rock.
$457.
And we're like check my notes over here, $525.
$525 in Austin
for the city of Austin. So yeah, it was about $70,000, $65,000, $70,000 less on the median price there for your home in Round Rock than it is in Austin. And also just getting out your general things to do. You know, the best way that I can sum this up is, you know, if you go to, say, South Congress in Austin, if you're going to go shopping, or if you're going to go to the Domain, there's a lot of high-end stores and shops in these places.
It's true.
But in Round Rock, you've got the Round Rock outlets, like we mentioned. So that's more affordable. I think you can go out and spend a whole lot more money on a night out in Austin than you can in Round Rock.
You probably say the same thing about restaurants in that regards too.
Yeah,
probably spend a lot more money in Austin or anywhere Domain than you would in a restaurant in Round Rock.
Yeah, so generally, I mean, I'd say a lot of aspects of living in Round Rock are going to be more affordable. And then you do also have, I think, for the region, a fairly reasonable average property tax, sitting pretty close to about 2.1%.
Right.
Property taxes in Round Rock. Now, can you get a little higher than that?
Yes,
in Round Rock, for sure. Yeah.
But that's a good point. I like that you mentioned the property taxes or the tax rate, I mean, in Round Rock, because you're right. I mean, compared to some of these other suburbs, I feel like we've covered Manor in the past, and I mean, Manor was hitting almost in the threes.
Practically 3%.
Yeah. So in Manor. So for Round Rock, which is, you know, sought out place and with lots to do and affordability compared to Austin, and with that kind of a tax rate, I think it's a pretty cool thing there in Round Rock.
Now, talking about the affordability, just like we were doing, if you're kind of noticing the trend here, what we're doing, there are some pros to kind of the affordability, but you can also look at the cons of that. If you want to save even more, there are definitely other suburbs in the Austin area where you can save a pretty good bit compared to Round Rock. Now, Manor may not be on the property taxes like we mentioned, but you can jump on down another $50,000 or $60,000 in your median home price in Manor versus Round Rock and other places too.
That's so true. Yeah, so we keep mentioning Manor, but yes, those are going to be some of the places where you can definitely jump down on the price tags of a home, and it could probably even offset a little bit depending on how you look at it. But yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, so I mean, and there's others too, like Hutto. You can save some money in Hutto. I think Pflugerville's a little bit less than Round Rock, but maybe not as low as some of the others. But yes, Round Rock more affordable than Austin, but it's definitely not the most affordable suburb, and I think probably by a pretty good margin. And there's a reason for that, though, and that comes back to the fact that you're getting a lot more in Round Rock, part of which is that school district.
Can we jump into the next pro? Because the school district is definitely a pro. I think a lot of people who move to Round Rock look at those school districts and, top 5 on a lot of these websites like niche.com.
Yeah, niche.com has it at number 5.
Yeah, there you go.
For the Austin metro area. A lot of the individual schools are rated well too, if you go like to great schools are like 8, 9, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that as well.
On a lot of those schools. So very highly sought after school district there. Also A rating on niche.com.
Awesome.
They've got that. So you can see that's why a lot of people,
schools are definitely a pro.
And you can let us know, is that one of the reasons that you're looking at Round Rock, just because of the great school district that you got there. Now, we've done a con to correspond with every pro that we've done so far in the video. I don't know that I have a con that necessarily correlates.
You let us know if you could think of a con for schools.
Yeah, put that down in the comments.
Yeah, we could not think of a con for schools. Because they're just rated really high.
But there definitely are more cons. And I would say the rest of the cons that I could really come up with are really more the cons of the entire Austin area. The things that you're going to be dealing with regardless of where you go. And they also have their own corresponding pros. And we actually did the whole video about that. So if you're looking at this, you're doing your research, you want to know about the whole area, you got to just check out this video right here if you want to get all the information about the pros and the cons of living here in Austin. Can you see the donut right now?
Barely.
All right. Get down there and tear up that like button like I'm about to tear up this donut. Make sure you smash that like button. I'm about to smash this donut.